All right. Welcome back to Is It Wrong to Typical Girls in a Dungeon? Anime Review episode number 40. Yep, 40. Yes, this has produced more episode reviews than Overlord has, sadly. Excuse me. Alright. For this episode, here's what adapted. They pretty much finished up adapting Chapter 8. They went through the entirety of Chapter 11 and about halfway through Chapter 12. Plus, they adapted a special chapter. Yes. Well, kind of anyways. Thing starts off with Lou talking to one of her, let's say her fellow familia, the Astra familia, like what Kaguya's beliefs. And after this, Lou's not seen for a little bit. Afterward, pick up where the other half of the story picks up, where the Xanatos showed up, and pretty much the familiar ones, including the one who is like Bell's who's basically like treats Bell like his best friend. So they all basically like reunite, and of course like we have Weenie show up in the episode, which is so happy to see her. Like, yeah, it's something like, oh look, it's Weenie. You probably thinking, did the anime put this in because basically it's Xanatos? No, because she's actually in the book. Yes, seriously, she's here in this book. So the anime did not make it up, did not put an anime original like moment in the episode because Weenie was basically in the because I don't know what the reaction was to her, because here's the thing. Her first appearance was in the post credit scene of season 2 of the show. And of course, like they mentioned, oh yeah, in the episode, like, oh, last time we see people going Deadlift Street, they actually cut out the part of the line where it was the Loki Familia was responsible took credit for eliminating the Xanatos. Of course, they don't have any idea what's going on, and not long after they show up, the group that Hestia hired shows up too. Finally, it took a long time. It took about 3 or 4 episodes for you. It took about half this particular season for you to show up. By the way, there are 4 more episodes left to air. 4. 1 airing this Saturday, and like 3 weeks afterwards. I'm guessing that probably by the end of next month is probably when we're going to wrap up the season. So basically, I was like so happy to see each other, and the monsters there, and of course, Mari shows up again. Yes, making her return since I think the last time she was seen was actually toward the end of the first half of the season. She talks to, well, I can't remember his name. The one who, I think his name is Gru. I think his name is the one who is the lizard man. Tells what happened with Bell, and of course Bell and Elf Adventurer go down below. So they go down first. And of course, the mentions basically like follow them. Of course, they all just converge. The 2 parties converge to 1, and they all go down to basically rescue Bell. And by the way, that's all from the last like 10 pages of Chapter 8. No, seriously, that's basically where that came from. And then the rest of the episode is all focused on Bell and Lou. And the whole stuff with them, which takes about half this episode, everything related to them, is all taken from Chapter 11 and about half of Chapter 12. Which is something I did not expect the season. I didn't expect an episode of this half to do this. Like a whole full chapter, plus the part of the very next chapter in the next episode. So, we see them battling monsters several times in here. We see the Juggernaut basically show up here. Yeah, the appearance for the Juggernaut in this episode, that's actually at the end of Chapter 11. That's where basically he shows up. And the way to describe him in the book, yeah, that's how they describe how his appearance is in the anime. So, he deals with our monsters, more monsters show up to help to basically attack Bell and Lou. Of course, Lou does point out, though, that Bell is basically... Bell is improving, And of course, they mentioned about talk a little about Juggernaut, and it's hinted at the fact that the Juggernaut was actually kept a secret from the Adventurers by the orders expected by the Guild. Like this clouded mage, which Belle thinks is Fels, and it is. I can tell by the voice, it's him. My guess is probably the reason why they want to keep the Juggernaut a secret, because they don't want to ruin the business of basically adventurers getting items from the dungeon. They probably don't want to ruin that business because of a scary monster. So that's probably the reason for that. So Ethelib explaining that, and of course they deal with, and then of course they cross, and the episode ends with basically like something out of Indiana Jones, with this long stone bridge with these spikes in the ground, and across from them is what she refers to as a Colosseum. And yeah, I can buy the fact this looks like a Colosseum. And that's the episode. I'm like, wow, really good. Still really good here. Yes, I still think that this season is definitely improvement over the previous seasons, because they keep a lot more in. The pacing is a lot better. Excuse me. And keep believe we're only 18 episodes into a 22 episode season. Yep. But yeah, that's going to be pretty much it, particularly. And that's definitely going to be a time, because now I would have basically cut it off at 10 o'clock, but I really wanted to get this one done, so that's the reason I'm doing this now. It's right now, it's almost 11 o'clock, and now I got to get ready for bed. So tomorrow, maybe I might get time to do an anime review tomorrow. I don't know. It depends. I'm going to be getting home kind of late, because basically I'm going out bowling tomorrow. And if I don't, I'm going to have to do some reviews on Friday. Okay? Next video. Bye.